Hi, everybody. Welcome to a really special edition of the 48 Minutes Basketball Network, where I get to mix two of my all-time passions and hobbies of basketball and action figures. As today, Hasbro has made their launch. Should I say launch? Maybe launch isn't the right word because you can't get the figures just yet, but they've unveiled's a better word, of what to look forward to in Series 1 of the NBA starting lineup series. I am Tim Daniel. Very excited about this. For those who don't know, for those who are joining from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast group, what's up, everybody? That's my side family. We talk about action figures all day, every day. So this is a hot button in the group today. But I have been collecting collectibles in general probably all my life. Action figures were something I was very into as a child. But now, as I've gotten older, I've gotten really back into them, mostly between things like wrestling, uh, Ninja Turtles, Batman, Spider-Man. One of these days, I'll start doing Star Wars, but my wife is not ready for that because, as everyone knows, there are 14,000 Star Wars figures out there in the universe. But this is where I'm at. I am really excited to talk about this. Really, really cool set. So this will be the first series of starting lineup NBA figures since 2001, which is, gosh, 20 at this point, 21 years when they come out, probably 22 years, as everyone knows how distribution goes on these things. And the last series of licensed action figures for the NBA was McFarlane with the NBA 2K19 series, so about 3 years ago. So they've been off shelves for 3 years. We've had different things. Obviously, Funkos are a big deal in the NBA community, like they are in every other licensing. You've got all the Michael Jordan Funkos who are really popular. Walmart, you're pretty well known, especially right now. Seeing a lot of the USA Dream Team ones out there. So those are pretty neat. But I'm going to go through and kind of talk about what all goes with the figurines, what you get for this price tag, what the price tag is, and what all you can kind of look forward to. And first, we're going to start here. So here's the details on each action figure. As you did see, they are in scale, which I think is awesome. That is such a cool thing, especially for basketball players playing different positions. You can see guys at different heights. Very, very cool by Hasbro for that step. There are 6-inch posable figures. Each figure will come with extra hands and a flight stand, so that gives you that old classic starting lineup feel. My Penny Hardaway still in its shell, hanging up there on the side of my wall. I should have brought that down so I could show you guys, but it comes with extra hands and the flight stand, as I mentioned. Just like the old days, you do get an exclusive trading card with each figure you purchase. So in each box, you will have a trading card. Hopefully, it's protected pretty well. That was something that we don't want that jumping around and maybe getting some nicks on the card itself. And then each figure will come with an NFT trading card as well. And there are different parallels for those, so you can definitely see some places where you might be able to get a super rare NFT, but you might also get a base one, which I'll kind of go through in a slide here in a bit. But I wanted to start here, kind of go through so everyone knows what they're kind of getting into with what they're purchasing. Also, so here's what we got right now. So this is what the figures are going to look like. So I went with the LeBron James figure for this first sample. So you can see here, he's standing. He's got the ball in his hand. I should reiterate, if you're watching along, thanks for tuning in. You're getting all my image displays here. If you're listening on the audio feed tomorrow, just kind of know what to expect. So with the action figure itself, you kind of see they come with 2 sets of additional hands. They do come with the basketball, as this LeBron shows the figure in hand. Full body movable, so you can see where the pegs are on the arms, on the legs, around the hips area. They can move around. I really like the detail here of the one leg sleeve on LeBron. And also really cool that they actually licensed the sneakers for every player. So you're going to see Nikes, you're going to see Jordans, you're going to see Under Armours, you're going to see Adidas and things like that on these actual figures. I think that's an awesome touch. Also here, it looks like we got the picture of what the starting lineup trading cards will look like. So really cool action shot of LeBron. Looks like he's taking the ball down the court. Got his headband on, so they must have caught this early in the season with the number 6 jersey. And on the back of it, each card is numbered with the player they are. It was starting lineup. They'll have a little statistic sheet like every regular trading card. And the action shot on the back is actually the action figure. So Panini teaming up with Hasbro for this. Really like that. I think that's a really cool thing, especially for card collectors like me. It's a nice kind of thing where we can get exclusives. Here on the next page, like I said, if you're tuning along. So the first year you're going to see what these figures, when they come out, is no bubble. and what I mean by no bubble, you go to Toys R Us back in the day as a kid, you see a figure, you see the plastic that covers it, and you see the action figure in there. That's not a thing anymore. With Hasbro, they're trying to go a little more organized and more eco-friendly. So you just see the box in and of itself now with the picture on it. But I think the box art's really cool. So you got the Classics to Do starting lineup logo, which I really dig. Got the player's name on the bottom right with their unit number. Got the classic Hasbro, the age, and the picture is the figure itself. I think, like I said, I'll get to their likenesses here in a bit. And then the NFTs to kind of go through those so you know what you're getting into. So an NFT comes with each purchase. And then you'll have the base figure one, which is very common. The red will be a 1 of every 100. The blue NFT will be in 1 of every 200 purchases. The green will be in 1 of every 504 purchases. And then the gold will be in 1 of every 1. So for all the card collectors out there, it's just like finding a short print when you open packs is kind of what they're going for there. I know NFTs are the big thing. They're not for me. I'm not really a big fan of them. But really cool addition for those who are into that. A nice way that maybe you can get your money back. I mean, and then some if you pull one of those 101 golds. That's a pretty nice touch to have and kind of makes it a little bit more worth the chase to kind of make some extra coinage. So last bit of this is kind of I'm going to go through and just kind of check out each figure and discuss what I like, what I don't like about each of them. And we'll just kind of continue with it here with LeBron. So like I mentioned, he's got the LeBron 19s on in the picture. I think that's awesome. You got the Nike swoosh on the sock. I think that's just a really, really awesome detail. The one leg sleeve, the full yellow Laker uniform. But the thing I found really unique and interesting here is they were able to license the sneakers, which is great. I think it's awesome that they did that, like I said, especially as a guy who loves sneakers, but no tattoos. So I know that the 2K series had some issues with LeBron tattoos specifically a couple years back, but the tattoo artist sued 2K for putting them in there without his consent. Sounds really goofy to me. But as far as the likeness, I think the likeness is really good. They did give him a little bit of a generous hairline, but this figure's already obviously out of date now since he did shave his head. The beard looks tremendous, looks very similar to LeBron. I like it a lot. I think it's a really, really cool figurine. Probably my favorite of the group. So let's kind of recap there. No tattoos, Nike shoes, Nike swoosh in the sock. Really, really awesome. Really like that. And we got Giannis, and Giannis will have the Greek Freak 3 sneakers. Also has the leg sleeves. Giannis does not have tattoos, so you don't have to worry about that. I think he has the best face mold as far as likeness of any of the figures. I think it's spot on. I think it looks awesome. It's a really, really, really good. Like I said, this is going to be in scale. So when you see this and you pull it out of the box, you put it next to your LeBrons or other guys we're going to talk about later in the show. He's going to be, much taller. He's going to be much wider. So when you stretch the arms out, you can look like you can have him play perimeter defense on your team. So that's a really, really cool thing. Just really like how this looks. They got the green Milwaukee Bucks jersey. Gets to wear his own shoes on his action figure. That's pretty neat. I know he had a couple McFarlane's, but I mean, McFarlane NBA series, but I think this might be the best of all his figures so far, actually. So big fan of the Giannis one. Let's look at Ja Morant. So Ja Morant's wearing the Kyrie's. Well, I guess I can't really say Kyrie's here. Got the tights with the Nike swoosh again. He's got the shooting sleeve, which looks super cool. Ja does have tattoos, so you don't have that there. But the top button looks awesome. The face is really, really good. I think it looks very similar to Ja Morant. Obviously, a guy who's an up-and-coming star. This is probably the one the kids are going to want the most, in my honest opinion, just because of his popularity. And his likeness as well is really neat in this figure, but really impressed with everything that comes with this. I think it's going to be awesome. Ja's going to be one that's going to be really, the kids are going to really love. I know he's a high selling jersey already, so to have this go with it's going to be pretty cool. We got Jason Tatum here, so Jason Tatum is a Jordan brand star. So you get to see the Jordan shoes in there. These are the 36s. Yeah, the Jordan 36s, the multicolored ones. The one leg sleeve. And though I think the face like this is really good. Obviously with the beard, I think it looks great. Looks a little buff for old JT. I love Jason Tatum. I think he's a great NBA player. And I think he's obviously in really good shape, but man, man, he is ripped in this McFarlane. They gave him super jacked. They made him Matt Cardona jacked in this figure. Obviously, Tatum's also a guy with leg tattoos, so you don't have those here either. So that's kind of a little bit of a bummer with the lack of tattoos. But I think the face detail is great. Jason Tatum is going to be the guy in your starting lineup team that can box out everybody because he is pure swole, as you see here. But I think it's a good figure. I definitely think it's a really good figure. Detail is really cool. Joel Embiid was kind of, I don't love the facial likeness. The hair's great. Obviously the equipment, he's got the Under Armour shoes. Embiid's not a guy with tattoos, so don't have to worry about missing out on anything there. But thought they could have done a little better with the face. I thought the face likeness was a little off, but think it's, still cool. I love that Philadelphia jersey, the blue one with the stars down the stripe, down the side. I think that's really neat. I like this figure. Don't love it. Probably my least favorite of the facial features for each guy, but it's not bad. Luka, also very ripped. This must be a thing with the Jordan brand guys, because he's also wearing the all red Jordan 36s. I just said this about Embiid. Not in love with the facial likeness. I feel like he looks like kind of generic. Luka's obviously a very talented, top tier elite NBA basketball player. You would think they can make this look a little better. Also a guy that kids are big fans of just because of how he plays. So, but also super jacked. The biceps, really liking it. Got some Brock Lesnar biceps on Luka Doncic in these figures. So, yeah, perimeter guard that can destroy everybody with an F5. Well, he dunks on you with these arms. So pretty cool. That brings us to Steph Curry. Okay, I just made a wrestling joke already, but Steph Curry kind of looks like Finn Balor here in the face on this one here. He's got a little Finn Balor look, but he's got the Curry sneakers. He's got, he's pretty ripped. He's pretty tanked. So I think that looks really good. Steph does have a few smaller tattoos, which obviously won't be on there. Equipment's awesome. Face is okay. Could be better. Not the worst, not the best. I think Giannis still takes the best on that one, but cool figure. Like the blue Warriors jersey is really neat. That'd be cool if Steph came with like his rings as like a bonus add-on. You could just put the rings on his non-shooting hand. I think that'd be pretty neat. That's probably something that might be adding down the road. Who knows? Then we got Trey Young. Oh, I skipped one. Sorry. And another one where I don't understand what they were looking to do with the facial features. But does get to have his Adidas sneakers, has the leg compression pants, and gosh, I mean the goatee, the facial hair is great, but don't know what they're looking at there. What picture they got of Trey Young to make this look like him? So yeah, I don't know. I thought it could be much better. Some of these look great, and then these are kind of these last few I looked at were kind of disappointing. First four awesome, I thought, as far as the likeness, but this is kind of mediocre. I thought this would be a little better, but take what you can get. I know Trey's a guy that people are really excited about for his future. The Hawks are a team that's going to have a lot of expectations this year, so expect this to be a high seller as well. So that is the line of the 8 figures. So last details kind of go if you're looking to get your hands on these and how. Fair warning, it is a pretty penny for an action figure. So each figure is $49.99. And according to Hasbro Repulse, where you can do your pre-orders, the approximate shipping date, which everyone knows is never the case. If it says approximate shipping date, don't count on it. It's just not happening. It's December 19th, 2022. So you get those now. Hopefully their game plan is to have those out by Christmas, so you can start to get your Christmas gifts in there. Here's what I want to see from the future of this, obviously. So obviously I think it's a great first series. The athletes they pick make a ton of sense. And it's not just to be basketball. So when the football one comes out, baseball's going to come out. Probably like guys like Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge. In football, you see guys like Tom Brady, Joe Burrow. That's going to be really neat. But hopefully they get to a situation where they can put some legends out as well. Like I said, I still have my Penny Hardaway one. I still hold it near and dear. If you can actually see in the background, I got my Ken Griffey Jr. Cincinnati Reds one that was just given to me as a gift recently from a family member. So if they can, get some legends on there as well, that'd be really cool. I would really dig just to have like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird again, Scottie Pippen. I didn't not name Michael Jordan out of spite. I think it's just because we know how his likeness goes nowadays, but who knows? He's in 2K games. He's on covers of games now too. So yeah, just quick, painless podcast kind of talking about it. Please, if you get a second and you want to follow along, if you listen to the audio version, this will be on our YouTube channel. So if you can look at the figures, or you can just go to HasbroPulse.com and check them out there as well. But like I said, just want to do something quick and easy. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you, if you're going to purchase some, let us know in the comments or shoot me a text or a tweet, anything. Let me know where you're looking at for them. But I'm Tim Daniel. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, everybody.